All right, guys, in today's video, I have a special guest. His name is Michael Keene. He's the founder of NFTcatcher.io. I just want to thank you, Michael. I actually met him down in Miami in the area around the Bitcoin conference. We were there for some NFT events and we got to connect, and he's got some really cool things going on. So I wanted to thank you for spending some time with us here today.
Hey, my pleasure. This is awesome. That's what's up. Appreciate you having me.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about who you are and like your backstory.
Yeah, basically, I've been a ticket broker for the last 17 years. Michael Keene, I'm from Philadelphia. I live in South Florida. I'll start there. So I was down here and going to a bunch of the events. Albert and I hooked up. I've been a ticket broker for about 17 years, concerts and sporting events. We've done any kind of concert and sporting event you can think of. And in about January, I started hearing whispers of NFTs. I started peeking at it. The first thing I found was NBA Top Shot, like a lot of people. And I just loved the transparency. I saw so many similarities with the business I was in that obviously, got shut down by the pandemic. So it was just really exciting to find something new that was similar to what I was doing, the same kind of supply and demand market that had even more transparency than what I was doing before. And just started studying and learning and meeting people and talking, and it's kind of grown into, it's what I do. Every day I'm studying NFTs. I know every drop that's coming, like I'm in on all the projects, talking to people. So I love it. I love it. Love the community, love everything about it.
Very cool. So what, tell us a little bit about what NFT Catcher is, right?
Yep. NFT Catcher at its heart is an aggregate of all NFT drops from across multiple platforms, everything from fine art on, say, Nifty Gateway, Maker's Place, Foundation, to 3D collectibles on Vivi or Terra Virtua, to sporting like Top Shot or So Rare, to the real estate stuff like Upland and Super World and Sandbox, Decentraland, and there's more categories like the card gaming on Wax, the staking stuff. We put everything we can find on our list, and we stay as far ahead as we can. But, I suggest every morning people log in. I log in the night before. I log in every single morning. I'm in there anyway, adding stuff, but you look and you see what's going on for the day. There's 2 really good drops coming today.
Yeah, what I was going to ask you, what's coming out today?
There's the Super Yetis are dropping. It's a 10,000 piece collection. Those are dropping at 3 p.m. today. They're going for 0.1 ETH. It's one of those things where you don't know what you're going to get. You might get a rare one, you might not. I'm not promising it's a great project, but there's some buzz around it. What I do on ones like that, it starts up. I watch how fast it's selling, because the bonsais went off last week, and there were 8,000 of them, and nobody knew how long they would take to sell out. They sold out in an hour. It could have taken a week. Nobody knew. So you jump on it when the numbers, when the ball starts rolling. So I'm going to watch the Yetis. They have 10,000. If it just sits there, I'm not going to rush to buy one or multiple, but they're kind of cool looking. And then there's another one on Wax. I'm going to turn around for you. I don't think I even have the link up. So we'll have to find that when we go to NFT Catcher. But there's one coming up on Atomic Hub and Wax today that's supposed to be a little bit like Our Planet, where you can stake. And I was told, I don't know too much about it, but I talked to people that do, and I was told it's going to be massive. It's called peak elements or something. We'll get to it when we get to the catcher, because it's all
okay. I had a friend reach out to me last night, who was asking me about Our Planet. I have a feeling they're about to tell me about that, because it's like, oh, it's like Our Planet, So
that's probably what it is.
I think he was going to tell me. I didn't get to finish that conversation.
That's funny. I was told the word that was used to me by these guys was massive. So
massive. Okay.
That's not my research telling me, but that's what somebody that I trust told me.
Okay. And so in a few, I'm going to go ahead and screen share so that people can see what the website looks like, and then you can kind of guide us through. We'll do that in a moment. But let me ask you this: what has been your favorite drops that you've learned about that you got in early on because of what you're doing?
My very favorite one's VeeFriends at this point, I have to say, because I was a proponent of it early. I listened to Gary Vee for a long time, and he was talking about NFTs early. And when this drop was announced, many in the art world were kind of poo-pooing it, and I stuck with it. I really liked it. I spent a lot on it, bought some really cool ones, and the price, it's just, now the proof is in the pudding because there's a huge community around it. It's all sold out. It's up over 3 ETH now on the floor this morning. It was, 2.5 a couple days ago. So it's gigantic, and it's a lot of fun. There's a great community. There's a great Discord. He gave away about 14 free ones last night in his Discord.
Man, I missed
those
that.
were their $10,000 giveaways. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. Gary Vee is a genius, I think. He may rub some people the wrong way, but the way that he came into this space with that project, I think he did like 20 million the first 24 hours or something crazy like that.
I think he announced yesterday there's like 37 million total has been spent.
Wow.
Yeah. No, it's gigantic. And people were really smart with it too, because the prices started really high and it actually kind of scared people. They started, I think, at 3 ETH or 2.5 for the cores. And they did that. I studied the heck out of it. Now I watched it like almost the entire time, but they started going, it was a Dutch auction where they would go down and down and down for about 18 hours until it got to 0.5. And most people waited till it was like under 0.6 until it was getting pretty low. It was I don't know if you want me to curse. It was a shit show. Like some people would be putting multiple orders through and not realizing they were getting stuck in the queue because it would look like they were getting canceled, and people were getting charged a bunch of gas for stuff they weren't buying. Gas was like $300 per transaction that day.
Yeah.
Mostly because of Gary Vee, because everybody's on there trying to push stuff through. Like it was crazy.
Yeah, I was paying attention to it. It was a little rich for my blood at the moment, but I definitely was, I was just excited about what he was doing and how he was doing it, the utility.
Yeah.
I think that
he laid the groundwork for sure.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
I think that the creators in this space, and this is something that I talk about a lot with my community, is that they have to understand that it's not about getting customers now. It's like making the shift from customers to community, right? And that's how you're going to grow. And so that, I want to transition into that. Like, you cover the big drops, but you also support creatives and artists, right? You help other artists and you put their drops up there on the website as well, right?
Yeah, we're very happy to do that. Whenever I meet artists or artists reach out to me, I meet a lot on Clubhouse, and I tell them, you have a drop coming up, don't just drop it and then go talk about it. Talk to me first. And, if you're part of the community, I put it right on the list, right in with all the famous people. We actually have a spotlight symbol. And we've also done a few artist spotlights where we send out like a little email to all of our subscribers with kind of like an up and coming artist and independent artist. We definitely try to support. We try to connect artists and collectors. There's some amazing artists. It's hard to market. If you're an independent artist, we heard that gentleman say on Saturday night, and it rung true really, that if you're an independent artist, you need to wear many hats. You need to market yourself. You need to be able to create like copy to put out there. You need to be, everything. You need to be talking to people, engaging your community. Like it's 20 hours a day if you're an independent artist and you want to succeed.
It's definitely it's a lot more than just creating art. And unfortunately, a lot of creative people, I've been a creative person my whole life. But I dove into those skill sets, right? And so like that mental shift that needs to happen for creators is hard, because a lot of them, they just want to create. They don't want to learn other
They don't
skills.
want to show their art either. They don't want to be out there. Right. Yep. Yeah, that's a conundrum.
And it's not about shilling, right? It's like about connecting, right? You can be authentic, but just being okay with like, hey, I'm going to put my value in front of more people. Like your website, NFTcatcher.io, is a good way to get it in front of more people who are interested, right? But then you may need to go and engage in your community, right? So that people start to see your name, that artist's name, and saying, oh, I like this person. I see them showing up in the community and I saw them on the website. Let me go ahead and check out what they're doing. It's not about just putting it out there. It's about like showing up in the space, right? And some people have a hard time with that. Some people are kind of shy, or they, it just comes down to getting comfortable with it, like doing it more and more. And I think Clubhouse, we've talked on Clubhouse. Clubhouse is a really cool way to do that.
Yeah, I'm friendly with a couple artists today. Clubhouse is amazing for that. I mean, the artists on Clubhouse, they meet so many people. I'm friendly with a couple artists that have their own Discord. Dario Di Siena in particular is really, really good. He has his own Discord. I don't know if there's 500 or 1,000 people in there now, and he's really interactive and talking to the people and giving stuff away and having like Discord only giveaways. Like that's like a real good model for an artist to have your little, it's really good. He's got a cool Discord server. I can send you the link later.
All right. So before we get into the website, I want to ask you one more question. What do you see the future of this space? You know, I like to ask this about what people think about the future of this space. What do you see as for collectors and artists in general? Because I know you deal with a lot of the collector side. Yeah.
As far as like the future of stuff that's out here now, or the future of NFTs as a whole? Like you're talking about art. Okay. Yeah. I mean, as far as NFTs go, NFTs like tokenization, the blockchain of contract, like, you know, writing smart contracts on the blockchain, like that's going to take over many parts of our lives that we don't even realize yet. That's as far as NFTs go, like just NFTs. As far as like the space we're in and all these projects coming out and all this art being made, I mean, there's going to be, you know, some of them are going to come out and be like the major brands of the future. Like it feels like the Bored Ape Yacht Club is like a cultural phenomenon. Now you have these basketball players buying them. That floor's flying up. What was the last I looked? It was 2.1 now. I mean, it's like, it's just,
When we were in Miami, what was it, like 1.2
1.6, I think. It might be 2.4. Honestly, I forget. I'm not going to turn around on you, but it might be 2.4. I forget. Honestly, it's like, it's going to be 3 before too long. And wait till like Paris Hilton buys one or something. You know, like, yeah, for sure. So like some of these are going to be the huge brands that make it. Many of them are not going to make it. So like if you're buying every single NFT you see, just thinking, oh, NFTs are going to blow up, not everyone's going to. And I'd almost say a vast majority might not make money for you. Just like anything else. Just like anything else. It's an investment. It's a digital asset. And that's kind of how you have to look at it. You want to have fun with it. There's community involved. I'm sorry there. Yeah, but that's how you have to look at it. You know, don't just buy every single thing you see just because it's an NFT.
So that's a good question. And to tap into what you just said, I know VCs, you know, venture capitalists, they go out there and put money out there, and they only expect they might, great results might be getting 5% of their investments that do well. You know, that means 95% of what they're putting out there, they know may not make it. But to go into that, like, what is your criteria? Because you are like tapped into all these projects. What is your criteria? And this may be helpful to collectors to look, but also for artists to add these criteria. What do you see as a good project? Like, what do you look for in a project that makes you want to invest?
For sure. The first things I start to look like, a lot of times the first time I notice something is when influencers that I respect post about it. I start to see that. You're like, okay, you start to see the Twitter chatter. You go into their Discord. Is it a dead Discord or is it an alive Discord? Like there's a couple you go in, you're like, oh, these guys barely have a project, you know? So because I like that community. And then now one of the number one things what's the utility? What am I getting? I don't just want an avatar. Like, what can I do with it? What else is there? What club is involved? Is there like rewards coming back? Is there a connection with another project that I can combine? The utility is like becoming, by the day, utility is becoming more important. If you're an artist, I think I said this to you when we spoke, if you're an artist and you're doing a 2D piece of art on OpenSea, you'd be brilliant to also include a signed print and mail it to the buyers. It would make more people buy it. And that's not too difficult to do. Like, you know, I know some people want to keep it digital. And I know I've heard the backlash on that is some collectors don't want it to be a physical piece. They only want it to be digital. But I mean, and in some cases, if you're a major giant artist, if you're Banksy, sure, you don't need to, you know, but like if you're just trying to get going and you want to build a community and you want to engage your collectors, sending out some signed stuff is, I think a really good way to go. If you're making those 3D models, print out the collectibles and number them, you know, like print them out 3D, make them real nice.
That's cool. I like that. You know, and so another thing that I've heard that I foresee is getting access to people, right? So like having a private collectors only Discord where, maybe behind the scenes where you show, your process of how you make your art, just being able to connect with your collectors. Like I was imagining, like, what if Taylor Swift came out with, she's such a big pop icon. She came out with an NFT, and one of the utilities was she'll retweet your stuff, or she'll engage with what you do on social media. Like how much value would that be to like a super fan, right? So things like that, like gaining access to people, I think is a good way to also add value. But yeah, utility, that's really, I think that's really important.
Yeah, heck yeah, it's number one for sure.
Okay, so let's go, let's get into the website real quick. Let me share my screen. Okay, so here we are at nftcatcher.io. This is his website, and I want you to walk us through where's the important spots, what do we need to do here, so that other people know how to use this.
Sure. The first thing, so this is our landing page before you log in. And if you scroll down, you'll see a couple, we kind of tick off some of the featured drops that are coming. And if you go, you can, and insights, this is Rob Newman, awesome writer, awesome part of the team. He's the guy on our team who is like super into fine art and into all the artists. And he writes up these pieces of just the stuff he likes. When there's something that's coming out that he really likes, he'll put together a little something for us. This is past drops. So like the drops, you'll see the past days. You can see all these without logging in. This might just be a sample of them. We have the whole list still archived.
Very cool.
So, yep. So you can go back to the top and you'll want to log in. If you have a login,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I have a. Easy. All right. So here we are logged in.
All right. So here you are logged in.
Let me get out of here. Yep. Okay. So, all right. What am I looking at here?
So this is our drop page. So this is everything happening today. So if you start to scroll down, I'm not sure what's going on with the Discord widget over there. It's their widget. It's kind of had issues every now and then, apparently. But okay, so here's our list. This is our master list. As you scroll down, the ones that have the lightning symbols are active within the last, I believe it's 2 or 3 hours. So dropping now. You can kind of go through the list. So if you keep scrolling down, there's a bunch of stuff happening now. The ones coming up that I was telling you about, keep scrolling down. That Void Elementals, that's the one that's should be pretty good. And the Super Yeti is the one that I'm really eyeing up.
What's this fire?
You can see down even 2 below, there's a free one, a free promo.
Cyber Puppies?
Yep. You get free wax. There's lots of free wax going on. It's basically a couple free tokens.
Okay. What's this fire symbol here mean?
The fire symbol is one that we put next to things that we think you should look at. We think there's a chance to make money. Like it says, not financial advice, but we do our best to try and help people make money that are trying to make money. And so if you just click that link there, it'll bring you to our page that talks about the drop. And then you can also visit the drop is the link to the actual drop.
Okay, let's just check that out, what that looks like. Okay, so it takes you actually to their.
Yeah, right. We don't sell the NFTs, obviously. We just link you to where they're going.
Very cool, man. That's very useful.
What people like about that one is that it's has that staking element, the gaming element. There should be some residual income with it. So if you play it right, that should be a pretty good thing. Yeah, you see add to calendar. If you click on that, it'll give you the option which calendar.
Wow.
And you can add to any of your calendars and you can set your own reminders. Eventually, one of the major parts of what we're going to do, you see how you can add it to your favorites. We do have a favorites tab and you can put your own notes about it. Eventually, we're going to have robust and customizable text notifications. So basically, if you favorite something and you want to be notified 20 minutes before it starts, 5 minutes before it starts, 24 hours before it starts, we'll do that. If you have a platform that you like, if you're a big Maker's Place fan, you can be notified anytime we add something Maker's Place. If you're Upland, if you're Top Shot, whatever it is. And also like auctions. If you go up to the top again, before you do Super Yeti, there's an auctions tab. So these are auctions that start at a certain time and end at a certain time. Because I found when I was, learning and trying to watch these auctions, I would forget. I'd be like, oh, here's a cool one. I wonder what that's going to go for. And 3 days later, I forget to look, So now you can get, not yet, but very soon you'll be able to get notifications by text shortly before the auction you're interested in is ending.
Okay. So what about time zones? Does this display in the local time zone?
It's your time zone. Yep. You don't even have to think about it. It's your time.
Wow. Okay. Very cool. Man, this is really well thought out. I like this a lot. Cool.
Just to start, man. We launched literally a month and a day ago. So we have a lot more functionality planned. But yeah, you can filter, you can search. The search function's great. The type, like, drawing, fixed price, auction, Dutch auction. There's other ones. Just that's all that's in there at the moment. And whatever different category you're looking for.
Very, very cool.
And when you see the favorites there, Mark, who built the site, is in Australia, so he spells favorites FAVOURITES.
Yeah, but yeah, it's here. Cool. Oh, cool.
Yeah. Right.
So you can get to your favorites. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Wow. And this is so useful, man. Wow. Okay.
And if you click on the platforms at the top.
Yes.
So far, this is just basically a data dump of all the platforms we've been finding. We add new ones all the time. Eventually, we are going to have this be a resource where you can learn how to buy on each one, because each one's different. Do you use MetaMask? Do you use Temple Wallet? Do you buy with a credit card? Do you use gems? Do you use, wrapped ETH? Like, everyone is different. So eventually there's going to be a resource letting people know how to buy on each one.
Very cool. Man, I recognize some of these names. Some of these are newer.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna have to go into depth here. Binance NFT, they didn't drop their NFT platform, did they?
I do not think so. No, you can click on and see what link we have. I don't even know what link we have there.
Oh, June 24th.
There you go.
Wow. Okay.
Very cool. On top of it, bro.
Looking forward.
When there's a key there, when there's a key, that means there's an early sign up link. I actually want to have it set up. Where you can check off which ones you signed up for and not.
Oh, I like that.
Because like all the ones with the keys, like autograph.io's, for your people, tell all your people to sign up for autograph.io and candy.com. But this one's a great one.
Candy.com. Yeah, you were telling me about that one. I'm gonna have to check
that one out.
There's
both of those.
Okay.
Totally it's free to sign up. So get in on that first drop.
Such a wealth, man, of knowledge here. So the insights is again what
insights is Rob Newman. Yep.
Okay.
And
the articles.
Eventually it could expand. But yeah, Rob's awesome. He's part of the team. There's 5 of us, that are working really hard. I'm not, I can't take I only take a fraction of the credit because these guys are working really hard.
Fantastic. You got an FAQ.
Yeah, that's just,
Simple,
there's some info in there. I'd like it to be a lot more dynamic. It's not quite as good as yours, but we're getting there.
Maybe like I said, you could use my video here.
Yeah, I would love to. I think, for sure. It's awesome.
It's already made,
That's really nice.
It's part of the free. I have a 5-part course for NFT course for newbies, and it's just, it's free. I don't even ask for an email to give it out,
Wow, good for you. That's awesome. Yeah. Your site's awesome. It's a wealth of information.
I appreciate it.
There's no doubt about it. Oh, I'm not. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man. So this is amazing. There you have it, guys. This website, it's still early, and he's got some really incredible features here. I haven't seen anything like this yet. So I think you're onto something, man. Being an aggregator, getting this in front of more people. Hopefully, when we share this out and people see value in it, they share it out as well. So let me ask you. You did have a Discord widget, which means you have a Discord, right?
We have a Discord. We have an NFT Catcher Discord.
So it should
see if
load
it pops up this time. Yeah, I'm not sure why it didn't.
Okay, there it is. Yeah.
Yep. So that's just the general chat streams here, and you're in our Discord, but you might not be logged in as into the widget. I guess I'm not sure because it says log into. But I know you logged into it. But it's it streams right there, so people can see. This is where we talk about when there's when Yeti's coming up today. I'll be in there talking to people. We'll talk about what I see, what I'm seeing in it. There's a whole bunch of us that kind of communicate, and I try and teach people, help people out. I'm also in your Discord, so any of your fans, if you guys see me in there, it says Michael Keene, NFT Catcher, feel free to hit me up, and I'm always happy to give advice.
And this is really
I
cool.
love to talk to people and give advice.
I wanna steal this widget deal. This widget is awesome. I love it.
Yeah,
Instead of having to like go
slick.
figure, go to the link, and I like it displayed on the website. That's cool. Is that a Discord feature, or is that something you guys came up with?
Mark Lowe, who's my co-founder, is the one that built the entire website. I am like not a tech guy. I'm like a market supply and demand guy. This idea actually came, I shouldn't even mention this when I went over initially. This idea came from the ticket world, where I've been a ticket broker. There's a company that I subscribed for 10 years that does this for tickets. So it's exactly where I got I'm actually friendly with the guy who runs that site. It's where I got the idea for this.
Wow, this is very cool. Okay, so all right, is there anything else you want to share with the audience, and also how can people get a hold of you? How can people reach you?
Sure. How can people reach me? NF Ticket, TICKET on Twitter. Nice and easy. NFTcatcher.io, obviously, our Discord. I'm on Facebook as my name, Michael Keen. I actually run a 3,700 person Facebook group with Vee, the Vee 3D collectibles. If your fans are into that, I know it's starting to catch on more and more.
Yeah.
Really cool product. They have a drop coming on Thursday. You can actually see in the widget there, it says there's hints of a Ghostbusters secret rare drop coming today. The CEO, David Yu, put on Instagram that there might be something happening today. And today is Ghostbusters Day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a really cool app and a cool thing to check out with a lot of really neat. It's augmented reality, 3D collectibles of like famous IPs.
Awesome, man. So is there anything else you want to leave us with, or is that what you wanted to share?
Yeah, no, I think that's about it. I think, if people are into NFTs, Albert's awesome. I'm awesome. We're happy to help. It's a great community. Learn about it, dig in a little bit. Don't just start buying everything. Ask some people, and get your feet wet. It's a fun community. There's a lot of really cool stuff going on. And whatever you're into, there's something for you. That's people should take that. Like, you do what you like. And there's ways to make money all different kinds of ways, but
I agree.
You do what
I
you
love
like.
that.
You do what you like in this space. Yep.
I love that. Yeah, you've created a really incredible resource. So I definitely want to recommend you. I dove into your website a little bit, but you've shown me a lot more. And there's just so much, like, you have the user's usability in mind, and I love that, because a lot of projects in this space, it's like they don't consider that thing.
Yep. No doubt. Yeah, it's very important. I mean, it is a data dump. Like, you will go through it, and there might be 100 for the day, and you have to find the ones that are good. Like, that's the way the ticket one worked. That's why we try to do some of those fire symbols to kind of help people zero in a little bit. I'm gonna do a little bit more of that, or maybe even just like a looking glass symbol, something where I can, hey, take a little closer look at this. Like, I never guarantee anything's gonna make money. Even Gary Vee, even Bored Ape Yacht Club. Like, none of it's a guarantee.
Yeah.
In hindsight it is, but nothing's ever a guarantee. So I can't go out there and be like, you're gonna make money on this one. Some things are a guarantee that are really hard to get. I pride myself in being able to get the hard to get ones from my time in the ticket days. So that's like my favorite thing. When there's something that's real limited, I get all excited.
Yeah. I remember you were sharing with me a few that you got, like, the number 1 or 2.
Yeah, number
That's
2,
awesome.
Meta Pigeon. Yeah, I got some.
That's super cool.
Stuff. Yeah.
Well, Michael, I want to thank you for your time. I really appreciate you joining me on this and letting us talk about what your project is and getting this out to more people. I really appreciate it, man.
Absolute pleasure, Albert. Absolute pleasure, brother. It's not going to be the last time.
Yeah, absolutely. I look forward to whatever else we do. I know you were talking about doing a podcast here soon, right?
I'm hopefully going to.
Okay, so I will definitely promote that, and I want to be there with you on that as well. So again, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
What a pleasure. You too, bud.
All right, man. Have a great day.